Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Connecting Worlds. This is your host, Dr. Selim Salai, physician, entrepreneur, and venture architect. I'm so proud and thrilled to bring one of the premier leaders, business leaders, and diplomats, a proven track record of diplomacy throughout the years, especially in the Francophone Africa. My dear brother, my dear big brother and friend, Zeki Güvercin. He is with us today. So proud and excited to have him. I promised you to bring many people around the world which have the ability to connect the worlds. And this is exactly one of these leaders which I will be welcoming him today. Zeki Güvercin, welcome to Connecting Worlds.
Thank you very much, Mr. Selim Salai. I'm also very happy to be here, and especially for this new program, Connecting Worlds. And as far as I know, you are Connecting Worlds. You have been Connecting Worlds for years now.
You're my role model, so I'll be following your steps.
And I see how your channel is developing new ways of having this link with especially Africa, of course, we are working about. And also during all these years, we are developing together this agriculture and agro-food program and summits and projects, because implementation is at the end what should be done is implementation. And I think that this program will be very successful.
Thank you.
And bring new projects, new ideas, and also in a very changing world, it will be a way for people to see the real information and also information by real persons.
That's the
both
spirit.
aspects are very important.
You're spot on, Mr. Zeki Güvercin. People are separating worlds.
Yes.
Our duty should be connecting people to bring peace and prosperity to Africa, to our viewers, and to the world. You know,
Yes.
and this is especially in this dangerous environment where people are just able to just grab things. We have a different philosophy. We have to connect worlds in a kind and professional way. With that, you know, you are really doing an amazing job. I'm following your steps. I'm one of your fans, frankly speaking.
Thank you very much.
And especially the 5th Agriculture and Food Summit is becoming a very popular program. We're receiving many requests about the program. That's why I had to rush you to the studio to learn about, you know, because many of our Francophone, spectators, people are watching our programs, they're asking, because the 4th one, the 3rd one has become extremely valuable for both West Africa as well as Turkey.
Yes, of course.
That's why everyone, including myself, we're holding our breath and then talking about the 5th one, which is coming soon. So can you please shed some light on why the 5th Agriculture and Food Summit between Turkey and Africa is important?
Thank you very much. Of course, as you know, agriculture and food are no longer just economic sectors. They are strategic issues linked to food security, social stability, and sustainable development. Africa holds immense agricultural potential, while Turkey has strong expertise in production, technology, processing, and logistics. This summit brings these strengths together in a practical and result-oriented way. And during the 4 summit we organized, we have seen that really the potential is very, very important.
Amazing potential.
Amazing potential, but what we have done is to work effectively on this very subjects.
Agriculture
And agro-food.
You're laser focused in this.
If you focus on this, you see that the real growth in exchanges lies in this field, but also security, health, development, stability, all these aspects are inside this.
I see.
You can't do without it. That's why when we speak to people, the next question, why agriculture? The answer must be, why not yet agriculture?
Exactly. Why we are still wasting time in other sectors, basically.
Very, very important.
Yeah. So you're talking about the importance of the agriculture and food sector, but how is Turkey's Africa policy shaping the future of the agriculture sector across Africa?
Yes, agriculture and food are among the most concrete pillars of Turkey's engagement with Africa. They combine trade, as I said, investment, technology transfer, capacity building, making them a natural and strategic area of cooperation. And that's why this subject is very important between countries.
I see.
And all I mentioned, the field I mentioned, are vital aspects in both relation between Turkey and Africa. And Turkey has historically a very important role in this part of Africa because as Turkey, you know, we are exporting $30 billion of agriculture products.
Huge amount, 30 billion.
So we are a very important agriculture country. And that's why we are dedicated to make it develop, to transfer all this knowledge with our African brothers. And doing this, we are working for Africa and for Turkey.
Amazing.
For both parts.
This is amazing.
So it's not one side, it's really a win-win policy because in coming years, of course, all the African economy is growing and Africa's agricultural products needs will double due to demography, but not only.
How to meet that demand? Who will meet that demand?
People are more and more in cities, of course.
Sure.
So these two aspects make that needs are huge and potentially there. So they just need a real partnership to make it possible. And once it is possible, Africa will not only be self-sufficient, they can export a huge quantities of food, but not only raw material, they can and must transform it.
Exactly.
And then, of course, the game
has to be industrialized.
Yes, agro-industrialization is a very important subject.
So coming back to this current agenda in the field of agriculture and food, what are the main structural challenges? In which areas do AgroConnect, as a very important player in Africa, is seeing the significant opportunities that we should focus as two brotherly nations of Turkey and Africa?
I see the video of our organization at the same time.
Sure. We're proud of it.
Yes, excellent. So key challenges include climate change, water management, productivity gas, of course, post-harvest losses, 40%. At the same time, there are major opportunities in agro-industry, irrigation, digital agriculture, value-added processing, and regional trade. And as you can see, all these aspects are challenges and also big opportunities. It is the only continent where you can see these two sides quite parallel.
I see.
And this year is the first time in history that growth in Africa will be beyond growth in Asia.
Wow.
I think like 0.4% more than Asia. You know, because we all remember about double-digit growth in China, Taiwan, other countries.
But the game is changing. The growth game is changing.
Yes, yeah. And it's a new paradigm, really. And about agriculture, it's the same. Because 60% of arable land in the world are in Africa.
This is unbelievable. Unbelievable.
That is really huge.
Africa can feed the world with the Turkish technology.
Yes, but irrigation in Africa is only 6% of, and mechanization in West Africa is 8%. So the potential is huge.
Big challenge, but big potential.
Exactly. And that makes it very important for Turkey, for us to be in this organization, in this summit in Dakar, because strategically it is amazing, really amazing.
And you'll get to the huge success in Dakar. I can't wait to ask that question to you. But before that, I want to analyze a little bit the first four amazing summits you have successfully conducted, consistently, doing it, four of them. I'm proud of you. So what extent have the first 4 Africa Agriculture and Food Summits contributed to your visionary objectives so far? What concrete outcomes and achievements have been realized?
Thank you. This question is very important. The first 4 summits created strong public-private networks. It facilitated B2B meetings. It initiated concrete cooperation projects with us or intra-African. They helped move discussions from intentions to implementation.
Amazing.
And it was at the beginning what we talked about, even in your programs. We didn't want theory. We didn't want big conferences. And
it's not a touristic visit.
Yes.
It is beyond that.
The intention is good, but if you don't have the implementation, then it is nothing. And we will speak about our trip to Dakar, but in December when we landed in Dakar, we met with the participants of the former summit in Istanbul.
You see, naturally.
And we saw 2 Senegalese partners thanking us, saying,
really,
yes. We just finalized a very big poultry investment near Dakar. We are producing, we are very happy, and connections were made during the summit between a young Senegalese businessman and a big Senegalese agro-food company.
Amazing.
With a Turkish partner. And now we have this, just 2 months after the summit, we landed and saw a real finished production.
You see it immediately,
project,
the impact immediately.
And that's why we are very happy and proud of this, because they just had 50% working employment created in this area. And also they are planning to develop the productions, maybe to export to regional countries. And they will be with us in the next summit.
Amazing.
So that's what we are working about. And the only aim of these summits are real implementation of intentions.
We would love to be on the ground next time with you and actually on the spot get the real interviews and actually even that place that they started their production facility with, I think you mentioned 30 employees and others. So how much you think about the production they're doing as well as the lives you're touching. This is really amazing. These are each success stories we will be highlighting in the future as AFROTURK Agro TV.
Yes.
And you know, there are so many countries because our, especially people are watching these programs from very different countries. They are talking about this summit. Can you tell me more about what countries have participated in the previous summits and what can be said about the level of regional and institutional representation?
Yes, it's very important. Of course, the participation level and previous editions welcomed participants from 11 African countries in the region, West Africa and especially North Africa, alongside strong institutional and private sector representation from Türkiye and from, of course, also West Africa, chambers, agriculture chambers.
So many chambers attended.
Yes, representatives of ministries of agricultures of West African countries, and also people who had agricultural projects. And all the participants are involved. They are not spectators. They are not here to listen, or they really speak loud. They say what they need, what they want to see, what they want to do in their country in agriculture, and everybody is actively participating to these summits.
People are there for action, not for just words.
We don't want people, because of course food is fine, everything is okay, but at the end people can have this at home.
Exactly.
What we are trying to do is real people with real projects.
Amazing.
And it works. It works.
I'm impressed with the tangible outcomes you're talking.
Yes.
And especially now I want to get back to your amazing visit. First, congratulations on being elected again in the DAIC, Senegal. Tell a little bit about DEIC for us as well, and your vision over there, being in the board, but also especially following the visit to Senegal in December, with the participation of Deputy Minister of Trade. What are the recent key developments in Türkiye-Senegal economic and trade relations where you're actively at the heart of?
Thank you very much. So as you know, DEIC is the organization in charge of Turkey's trade diplomacy abroad.
Yes.
We have more than 150 business councils for continents.
Mapping out the entire
Yes,
world
yes.
almost.
You can say that every country has its
Yes.
business council, with each business council has its, of course, board, and these board are managing trade diplomacy between countries. And as Senegal Business Council, of course, last year was very important because we hosted both President of Senegal and Prime Minister
Great.
in two different programs. They were both received by President Erdogan, ministers, and in 2 times we organized 2 business summits.
Amazing.
With huge participation and a lot of course, business contracts signed and projects between 2 countries.
Do we have a goal between
Yes.
2 countries, be it both presidents?
Of course. The goal is to have $1 billion exchange. Now we are at half, 500 billion, and that's why when we visited Senegal, they were very interested in agriculture and agri-food. The biggest development possibilities are in agriculture.
To catch that 1
agri-food.
billion goal,
Yes.
right?
Because needs, as we say, needs are huge, and there are a lot of possibilities of technological, commercial, trade collaboration between 2 countries. So we have a lot of possibilities. But as regards our visit, as you see the photos with our Deputy Minister of Trade and a small delegation, we were received by Mr. Sonko, Prime Minister Sonko, and we had a very interesting meeting with him. Especially, of course, his attention was due to his very strong brotherhood with President Erdogan. He told us, of course, that he was very impressed by how he was received and the brotherly welcome of President Erdogan. As you know, President Erdogan has a real personal, big relationship with many African leaders, and Senegal is one of them. And we visited also ADPME, as you see, and many institutions, and the Ministry of Construction, Ministry of Agriculture and Trade. So very huge program, and our ambassador in Senegal, Mrs. Noor Saman, is Mama Africa, as we call her.
Greetings to Noor Saman. I mean, we are so proud of her work, Mama Africa.
She has developed personal relationship with all people, like in Senegal. She is very, very popular, and she was very important, of course, for the success of this delegation.
Amazing.
And the visit also reinforced Turkey-Senegal economic ties with a strong focus on trade expansion, investment opportunities, long-term cooperation, particularly in agriculture, because agro-industry and agriculture are very important.
Sure.
Of course, also about infrastructure, because the big infrastructure projects of Senegal were done by Turkish companies, and there are a lot of projects also going on. And
That is
Turkey
exciting.
is a strategic partner of Senegal. We have seen it during the visit. All the companies participating to the B2B part were also very impressed about the potential. Senegal is like a laboratory now for West Africa, and it is developing a new interesting model with Turkey, of course.
Very nice. I think that sincerity between those 2 presidents and your amazing leadership, and of course Noor Saman and everybody sincerely committed, brings this huge success. I want to congratulate you on behalf of AFROTURK TV and AFROTURK Agro TV. And you know, this has to be followed up with the next one, the scope and the main thematic pillars that is coming up in May 2026, the 5th Africa Agriculture and Food Summit, to be held in Dakar.
Dakar.
So we usually are used to Dakar, Paris rallies,
famous
but now
rally.
it is Dakar, Turkey,
Yes,
and we're
Istanbul,
talking
Dakar.
about Istanbul, Dakar, and it's a rally of economy, a prosperity and
Yes.
success, and especially focusing on agriculture and food, because food security has become the most
It's
important
very
area.
yes.
So, what are your expectations from the summit as AgroConnect CEO?
Thank you very much. This question is very important because Dakar Summit will be a very important time also for AgroConnect and for the process we are working about. The Dakar Summit will focus on actionable partnerships,
Excellent.
structured B2B meetings and concrete projects aimed at increasing productivity.
Very nice.
Food security, as you told, is very, very important, and sustainable investment across Africa and Senegal.
So we'll have investors coming
Yes.
from both sides.
Investment, generally when you talk about investment, you have some different
Types of investment.
types of investment, and also investment looks like a difficult step. Because trade is one thing, but especially in West Africa, it's also in other regions. But trade now can't be done without local investment
That's
partnership. For instance, agricultural vehicles you have in West Africa, like thousands of them are just on the roads because they don't have parts changing possibilities.
Huge waste.
They can't have reparation possibilities to change.
The maintenance and technical services are
And
not
you
available.
don't have services. So that's why we say to our companies, you have your technology, but locally you must assist this technology.
Not just sell and finish. Yeah.
And be present. If you have this service, then you will double, triple your sales, of course.
Yeah.
And it will be sustainable. That's why I told about sustainable trade. We must, of course, speak and act more responsibly and sustainable. Because if it is not sustainable, then our partners will say that it's not feasible.
Sure.
And after that, all the work that will be done before will be wasted. So
That's
it's
true.
not what we want. And that's why the Dakar Agriculture and Agro-Food Summit will have this aim.
Perfect.
Of course, the program is very different. We will begin with Dakar because it's a very important
Of
place.
course.
But as we did in Turkey, we will not stay in Dakar.
I
We
see.
will go in Casamance, that is the very important agricultural region of Senegal. Also, it is the original region of Prime Minister Sonko. It is his region. So we will go to the field to see how production is done, etc. And we have signed a protocol with Agricultural Ministry of Senegal. They asked us for 3 projects.
Excellent.
These 3 projects will be implemented till May and will be opened, inaugurated by Minister of Trade and Agriculture of Senegal.
That's amazing.
These projects are one about agricultural technology, that means new technologies to develop production in agriculture with satellite, etc. The second will be about fruit transformation, because mango production is wasted, like half the production is wasted. Here we can't find real mangoes. They're very fine mangoes are wasted because of logistics and cold systems, etc. And the third will
so the supply chain needs to be established there.
Yes, and the third will be about irrigation. So we have determined the companies now. So we have sent the propositions to Ministry of Agriculture, and these 3 Turkish companies will have their projects implemented until May. And in May we are going to inaugurate these projects with the minister. So our visits were very fruitful. So of course, inside the visit there are diplomatic issues we can't talk about because it was some sensible issues between 2 countries. But we have seen a real will of 2 sides to reach this $1 billion trade between 2 countries. and it's quite feasible for both countries.
That's amazing.
Just we have to find and to connect our worlds
With AgroConnect.
Yes, connect our worlds to AgroConnect, and to have this just will and new way of thinking relationship, and it's possible. So we are working about it.
I want to thank you again for your leadership, because it's not easy. Physically, I know you're always first doing a feasibility, spending extra time, extra, capacity, strategy, and really building the foundation brick by brick. This is what I'm impressed about you, Mr. Zeki Güvercin, because that is a sincere way of executing and achieving sustainable success. You're talking about sustainable, agriculture and agro-technology, but it all comes with a sustainable business mind, and you have that. And I want to thank you again on behalf of our media group, where we're trying to connect Africa with Türkiye, and you are connecting now with AgroConnect.
And thank you for, of course, AFROTURK TV. He's our partner from the beginning, from the first.
And we will always
edition.
be with you, always.
And it's important to believe in this project from the first day, and also accompanying the projects in different steps. So I hope we will all be very happy of the next coming projects, realizations, implementations altogether.
So your final words for May 2026 Dakar Summit, what will be your final words for our friends who are watching?
My final word is just believe in this, be part of these projects, make new agriculture, agro-food, investment, trade, of course, connect with this very important ecosystem we have created, and this ecosystem will be fruitful and really will make the people who are inside more and more successful in Turkey and in West Africa. Just be with us and try to think at the end for real results. Come with real projects, real trade, then we will make the connection.
Amazing.
But you can't do it without being on the field. That's why Dakar in May is the place to be.
Amazing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited to announce that in May, AFROTURK TV, AFROTURK Agro TV, and soon to establish AFROTURK Health TV will be on the ground, inshallah, with our leader, Zeki Güvercin, in Dakar, Senegal. We're all inviting you. If you are someone who is business oriented, want to create good value for Senegal, for the West Africa and Turkey, you're most welcome to this very important summit focusing on agriculture and food. And especially this summit has been blessed by two amazing country leaders and the top business leaders and investors. You should not miss this program, and hopefully we'll be meeting you there with Mr. Zeki Güvercin. Again, we are at the end of our show, Connecting Worlds, especially connecting Africa with true diplomacy, partnership, peace, prosperity in all sectors. This is your host, Dr. Selim Salai. Take care and all the best. Bye.